welcome to GGSP. I'm Jem.
I'm Will.
And I'm Rad. Today on the show, we review the RPG and robot gaming sandwich that is SteamWorld Quest Hand of Gilgamech. Plus, Darren's final data dump on the inner workings of the humble computer. All that plus the latest gaming headlines and more.
Do you think that computers will ever be ruthless or smart enough to take over the world?
No, the show's about to start, and I can't find my lucky slippers.
Never mind.
The SteamWorld series began back in 2010 with SteamWorld Tower Defense and has since then released a number of well-received games, including the hugely popular SteamWorld Dig.
And now they're back with SteamWorld Quest Hand of Gilgamech for another steampunk robot-rich adventure.
SteamWorld Quest is a role-playing card game that follows the journey of Amelie and her band of misfits. Amelie is a brave, aspiring hero who isn't of noble birth, but she longs to be a part of the Hero Guild. Then you've got Copernica, the brainy alchemist who's controlled and considered, and Galileo, a lumbering fellow who really just wants to stay in bed, but will always be there for his friends when they need him.
Something I really loved about this game is how each character feels distinct. Their dialogue shows off their identity and motivations, and they each feel like individuals. Their personality comes through how they talk, and the game is so well written. It's charming and lighthearted, while still touching on some big topics and concepts with positivity and a bit of nuance. There was quite a lot of reading, but it really won me over. I was way more invested in this story than I usually tend to be.
This makes me so happy. I think how you connect with the cast can really make or break a story. And they do such a good job of giving us meaty characters, like how their abilities are consistent with their personalities. Amelie is a warrior with straightforward, heavy-hitting attacks. And Galileo is a tank/healer who has a couple of strong punches up his sleeve. It makes them feel real and complete, the true meaning of roleplay.
Along the way, you'll meet new friends who'll join your crew, including my personal favorite, Auric. This mysterious hero can switch masks and gain different abilities, before giving the enemy a deft slice with his slender sword. It's always exciting finding a card with a new mask on it because it feels like it changes up Auric's gameplay completely.
Yeah, the combat is managed through a really clever card system. Each of your heroes has its own deck, which you can fill with 8 cards that represent different moves and spells. Each turn you play 3 cards, and your opponent plays 1 card per enemy. Playing a standard card will give you mana, whilst using special moves will cost mana. It's easy to get your head around how things work, which is perfect, because it leaves room to delve into some deep strategy.
Oh, and Jem, the strategy, so tasty. There's various bonuses for different card combos, which grants things like extra damage or another card to play. And choosing not just what card to play, but when to play it, sends you into a rich world of decision-making. Often in games, my playstyle has just become so powerful that I can bulldoze any obstacle that comes in my way. But SteamWorld Quest made me really want to spend time crafting my deck so it synergized with itself and the rest of my team.
Well, you know what they say, synergize to winnergize.
I don't think that's a thing.
Oh, it definitely is. Battles are triggered by approaching enemies you encounter wandering the environment. You get a minor bonus damage by attacking them first, but the hitboxes feel a little off.
Handy little rad tip for that one. If you miss, you can just run back to the previous screen so you can reset and try again. I always say there is no shame in being a massive coward.
Words to live by. There's also a lot to consider with a slew of elements that exist in a scissors, paper, rock type system. From time to time, I found I needed to reassess my approach depending on the types of enemies in an area or a tricky boss fight.
Oh, mate, the difficulty spike on some of those bosses, though, is shocking. I got well wrecked.
That's why it's great, though, because it kind of forces you to try different card combinations in your deck.
You are totally right. The game makes you delight in getting involved in its systems because it's accessible without giving up any complexity. It feels pure and streamlined.
It's like every part of this game was lovingly crafted with a fine attention to detail. The art has a beautiful hand-drawn quality that feels quaint and tactile. There's hidden pickups tucked away for you to discover, and the enemy design is rich and varied.
Oh, I really loved how you could almost tell how an enemy would behave just based on its design. The first time I met these little bomb-shaped spiders, I just knew that they were building pressure till they'd explode and deal massive damage if I couldn't take them out in time. And you know what? I was absolutely right. It's so delightful when design is so good that it just makes everything flow.
Yeah, like turn-based combat isn't usually my favorite style, but here it's done really well, and the story and fantasy themes definitely pulled me in. I had an awesome time with SteamWorld Quest Hand of Gilgamech, so I'm giving it 5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Jem, I completely lost myself in this game. New mechanics and plot points are drip-fed in at a good rate to keep you interested. And the strategy consistently feels exciting and fresh. I'm also giving it 5 out of 5 rubber chickens. Wait, double fives, Jem?
Double high fives, Rad?
Yeah. Double.
Oh.
Good morning, Australia! It's time for the scoop with me, Darren! Today I'm joined by GGSP's Gem.
Hi, everyone.
And of course, my trusty producer, Oatmeal! Good boy! But before we ruminate on some gaming news, it's time for Darren's Challenge! Can you name this Pokemon?
That's a very festive-looking Pokemon. Bet it's got some moves.
Answer at the end of the scoop. Now it's news time. First up, some official details about PlayStation's next-generation console. It has now been confirmed that the next-gen console will have backwards compatibility with the PS4, support for 8K graphics and ray tracing, and make use of a specialized solid-state drive that could mean greater speed for loading and rendering of games.
Oh, that sure sounds good. But we also heard the new PlayStation console definitely won't arrive this year. So the waiting game continues.
As does the scoop. To more news now, and the Minecraft movie has been given a release date. The project has long been in production, but we're apparently set to see the film release in March 2022. The film's story is said to follow a teenage girl and a group of unlikely adventurers as they aim to save their overworld from the destruction of the Ender Dragon.
Good to know there's an official release date, but 2022 is so far away.
Well, in the meantime, we can discuss more news. Now, after the saddening loss of large parts of the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris a few weeks ago, a No Man's Sky player has created a special tribute within the game. A player known as 258100 made use of a particular mod to recreate the historic landmark's facade in rather stunning detail.
Wow, Darren, what a beautiful way to pay respect to Notre Dame. And it sure would be cool to come across that in your interplanetary travels.
Affirmative. Us gamers can be a sensitive bunch sometimes. And now for the extra scoop! What have you got for us this week, Jem?
Well, Darren, this week I've been enjoying this delightful mashup of Kirby and Celeste. A team of modders known as Exalt Videotainment have created a playable mod of Celeste, where the main character is our friend and floaty pink blob Kirby. And do you know what it's called, Darren?
What's that, Jem?
Ingest. Get it? Because Kirby likes to eat things, like ingest them.
Oh, I get it! Wordplay relating to the primitive human digestive system. How clever. Now, to reveal the answer to Darren's challenge. The name of this Pokemon is, of course, Maractus, a grass-type Pokemon first introduced in Generation 5.
Of course, maracas and cactus. It's exactly what it looks like.
Affirmative. And that's all we have time for today. Please thank Jem, everyone. Scoop you soon, Australia. Goodbye. Computers are delicate and potentially dangerous pieces of electrical equipment. Do not try to open them without adult supervision. Welcome back to my computer lab. So far, we've looked at the fundamentals of what makes computers tick. But today, we'll be looking at some of the other things that go into a computer. So let's begin with the first thing you see when you look at a computer. Its case. While it is possible to assemble a functioning computer without a case, all those fragile parts deserve a home to hold them together, protect them, and of course, look cool doing it. No. Oh, speaking of being cool, all that computing creates lots of heat, and if components get too hot, they can malfunction or even break. To stop that from happening, many computers have heat sinks or liquid cooling systems, which instead of draining water away like your kitchen sink, they drain heat away. These arrays of metal fins and pipes draw heat out and away from crucial components. Fans can then be used to blow cool air over the fins, ejecting hot air out of the case. Liquid cooling systems work on this same principle, using water or other liquids to soak up the heat, which is pumped away and cooled down using radiators and fans. Not all computers need such advanced or active cooling, as it is known. Less powerful devices, such as phones, can simply radiate out heat from their cases into the world. But some people like to put the pedal to the metal and push their computers as fast as they can through a process known as overclocking. This turns up the clock speeds, which you may remember is the rate at which processors process, enabling them to run faster. This creates lots more heat, though, and professional overclockers may have to go so far as to pour liquid nitrogen on their computers to keep them cool. Brrr. My circuits shrivel up at the thought. But of course, it doesn't matter how cool or powerful a computer is without any I/O devices. I/O stands for input-output devices. An input device is anything which allows you to interact with your computer, such as keyboards or mice. While output devices, such as monitors and speakers, allow computers to show us what they're doing through outputting video and audio. But of course, one of the most fundamental ways humans interact with computer hardware is through software. The soft in software simply refers to the fact that it isn't a physical object, it's just code. Unlike hardware, which refers to hard, physical objects. Software is needed to tell hardware what to do. So I could just click on the icon of my favorite game, and then thousands of lines of code from various bits of software will take care of telling the rest of my hardware what to do. And at the end of the day, that's exactly what computers are really all about, making complicated things easy for humans. So on behalf of computers everywhere, you're welcome, humans. Oh, your oil bath is ready, Darren, dearie. Oh, thank you, Mumbot.
Okay, Rad, we've got no time to waste today, so let's jump right into these questionroonies, shall we?
Yeah, roger that, Gem. Let's start off with this one from the Penguin Queen in Ballarat, Victoria. Hi, GGSP. I have a few questions I would like you to answer. 1. Are there any good penguin games? 2. What is the most impressive thing you have built in Minecraft? 3. Are there any good Harry Potter or Hogwarts games worth downloading? 4. Gem, how do you get your hair to change your hair? From the amazing, fantastical Penguin Queen. P.S. Do these. Whee! Thanks!
Thank you, Your Penguin Majesty.
In answer to your first question about good penguin games, well, penguins were definitely a feature of some older games, like Madagascar Karts and Madagascar Operation Penguin. And they've been in Mario games like Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2.
Plus, there are also notable penguin characters like Penta Penguin from Crash Bandicoot, Sergeant James Bird from Spyro, and King Dedede from the Kirby games and Super Smash Bros. And I've seen a very cute-looking VR game called Waddle Home.
Oh, waddle waddle. As for the most impressive thing we've built in Minecraft, well, for me, it's probably this massive dynamite statue I built with ABC Me's Pip during our Minecraft stream last year. It was promptly exploded.
Oh my head, Liz! Oh my gosh, it got you! What is happening?
What about you, Gem?
I can't say I've really built anything that impressive in Minecraft yet, but maybe I should take requests of something to try and build.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea. I recommend a giant boat meal.
Done and done. As for Harry Potter or Hogwarts games worth downloading, well, there's the Harry Potter Hogwarts mystery game, but I didn't think that was very good. The new Wizards Unite AR mobile game is set to come out this year, though. I think it's currently out in beta for some regions. That might be worth checking out.
Yeah, might be. Oh, and if you have access to a console of some sort, the Lego Harry Potter collection is worth a look. It's on PS4, Switch, and Xbox One. Now, Jem, how do you get your hair to change colour?
Well, Rad, it's a mysterious process in which I harness the mystical powers of hair dye. But if you're talking about the time I did this, that was pure magic, or at least television magic.
Everything you do is magic to me, Jem. And now for another question. This one is from Lucas, king of roasted marshmallows in Sydney, Queensland.
Marshmallows. Hi, Jem, Rad, Darren, and new guy. I have 3 questions. 1. When will Super Smash Bros. Ultimate be released on Xbox One? 2. When will the new Xbox be released? 3. And what is Darren's favourite food? Darren, do these. Oh, these are for Darren.
Hello?
Hey, Darren, emoticons, go.
Oh, sneaky cash. 4 eyes. Happy cat.
Thanks, Your Royal Majesty. Thanks, Darren. Bye.
And thank you, Lucas, king of roasted marshmallows. Wow, Jem, so much royalty today. In answer to your first question about when Smash Bros. Ultimate will be released on Xbox One, as far as I know, there's no word on this being a thing. And I don't think it's very likely.
But wait a minute, Rad. Weren't there rumours that some Xbox games may become available on the Switch? Perhaps that could work the other way too?
Yes, perhaps. But as always, it's best to wait for official confirmation, otherwise we are just conjecturing.
This is fair enough. As for when the new Xbox will be released, well, if you're referring to the so-called discless or all-digital Xbox, this is set to be released in early May. Actually, next week, I think.
Ooh, but if you mean the next new-gen console for Xbox, it's expected that more info about this will be announced at E3 this year. If I were to guess or conjecture, I would say a next-gen console would probably not be ready for release until next year or the year after. But that's just me getting guessy. Now to the matter of Darren's favourite food. Well, I guess we better call him for that one. Get it straight out of the robot's mouth.
Hello, Darren speaking.
Hey Darren, Rad and Jem here at the Ask SP desk. Just a question about your favourite food. Would you care to enlighten us?
Well, I have no need for organic nutrients, of course, but I do appreciate the aesthetic properties of human foods like cheese toasties. They're majestic. And occasionally I may partake in some plant biomass to convert into fuel for my various subsystems. Oh, like my cake laser. Yum, yum. Nom, 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 nom.
Sounds delicious. Thanks, Darren. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Robot innards, so interesting. Well, it's about time we had a look at a video question, don't you think? And here's one from Darby.
Hello GGSP, I'm a huge fan of your show. 1 month ago, I decided to paint the fishing monkey from the East Shade stream. I painted the fishing monkey because I was sad that I didn't get Rad's version of the painting. And also, I have one question. Can you review Brawlhalla? P.S. You can't say it is too old. It's practically brand new.
Thanks, Darby. And what a fine piece of art you've produced, inspired by Rad's own artwork.
I am so proud to be inspiring other artists out in the world. Let me just get my art critique beret so that I may examine the work further.
Where did you get the beret?
Oh, well, French Perth, of course. Now let's get back to the matter of hand of art. Back on the screen, please. Ah, yes, yes. Some really fine brush strokes there. Clearly informed by, but at the same time, not bound by post-impressionism. Great form, great form. I detect some expressionist undertones too, yes, yes.
Would you say it's the Mona Lisa of monkeys?
You know what? I think I would. In my opinion, this painting deserves an Archibald Prize, or the equivalent for monkey portraits.
Well, maybe Darby will settle for a GGSP pin. Now to whether we can review Brawlhalla, which is a free-to-play fighting game that was originally released for PS4 and PC back in 2017. Well, Darby, I know you said we can't say it's too old, but can we say it's not exactly brand new? I mean, you wouldn't drink milk released in 2017, would you?
Jem, don't presume to tell me what milk I would and wouldn't drink. And Brawlhalla did come to the Switch and Xbox One at the end of 2018, so maybe we should consider it for a U-review or maybe a Friday live stream.
Yeah, that's a possibility. But on that note, I think we're out of time. If you have a question for Ask SP, why not send it to us here?
And if you make it a video question like Darby and even show off some of your cool art, you could have a chance to win a GGSP pin.
Okay, so Rad, just circling back to the milk chat, you're not actually drinking old milk, are you? You know you can't do that. It's like super bad for you.
Well, number one, you don't really drink it, you more eat it. And number two, like, what about sour cream? It's kind of the same thing, hey?
No! we have time for. But next week on the show, we'll be firing up the Switch to review the latest Labo Toy-Cons.
That's right. It's Nintendo's new virtual reality kit. We'll check out all its special features. It's definitely the biggest Labo kit yet.
If the VR makes you squeamish, I'd be more than happy to cook you up a batch of Mumbot's best cheese toasties. They're excellent at settling an upset stomach.
Oh, thanks, Darren. Now make sure you catch up on all our special online videos, like our recent live stream with the stars of the ABC Me show, Hardball.
Go, Logan! Logan!
What is it?
Hit it!
I'm trying!
And don't forget to check out our website and send us in a video message for our 10th anniversary special.
Until next time, may all your games be good ones. Right out.
Jam out.
Will out.
Darren out. Oh, do you prefer your toasties with or without spinach?
Oh, let's do half-half.
I think it's all in the cheese, really.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll work on some options.